Hey everybody, it's Brad.
And I'm Krista.
And guess what time it is?
It's Prepper Monday.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. It is Monday on the calendar, unlike last week when it was Tuesday, but Prepper Monday.
Right. It is actually Monday.
It's actually Monday, unless something really bad happens and I don't get this video edited. But right now it's Monday. And so that means it's time to get our prep on.
Yep. No time warping here.
So here's the scoop, guys. Today we've got a bunch of cool stuff we want to share with you. We've got a giveaway. We're going to give away some yummy, delicious food. We've got some items from our Bugout bag. Oh, and we wanted to talk a little bit about some prepping on a dime issues.
Yeah, there is some great places where you can go to get cheap
preps.
Yes, preps.
Well, and also we're going to get to how you can actually make money with pretty much no investment at all.
Yes.
Preppable. So
yes,
we're getting prepped. We're prepping up. Here we go. Okay, so last week we showed you guys a few of the things that we keep in our Bugout bags. And no, there are actually no bugs in the bags.
Yeah.
As far as we know.
I kind of prefer them as get home bags.
Yeah.
Because we stay right here. We don't go anywhere, and
we don't have a location.
No, we don't have a secret location. But if we are out and something were to happen, then we can get home.
Right. Now, some of the items that we have are a little more on the extreme side, but generally it's stuff that you're going to live with day to day.
Yep.
You need to keep warm, you need to have shelter, you need to have food and water, those kind of things. But so for one of the first aid things that we like to have on hand is actually colloidal silver.
Yeah, colloidal silver is a natural antibiotic. This stuff is amazing. Anytime our kids or our animals get pink eye or any kind of eye irritation, we just drop a few drops of this into their eye.
In one day.
It's gone.
One day.
Gone. So
it's great for scratches. It's great for poison ivy, all kind of skin things.
Yeah, it's a fantastic thing. I mean, even if you're sick, you can swish some of this under your tongue and hold it there for a while, and you're better.
Now, there's a dude on the internet who turned blue using colloidal silver. He was I just want to bring this up because he was going hey over the top, and he's even admitted he wasn't using it properly.
Right.
So don't freak out going, hey, I'm gonna look like a Smurf.
No, you
no.
won't.
But here's a product that we love to have on hand. It's colloidal silver, but it's in gel form.
Yep. So it's great for if you have a cut or a wound that you want to put some of this on and then put a bandage over the top of it, then it stays right there in place.
And if you're interested in finding any more about any of the stuff we're talking about, there will be links below.
Yeah.
But colloidal silver is definitely one of those go-to for a lot of day-to-day cuts and scrapes and all that kind of sense.
Yep.
Also, too, we actually purchased our own colloidal silver generator. We can make it.
Yeah.
But that's for another video for another day. But if you're interested, there's tons of that stuff on the internet.
Yep.
Let's talk about this right here, Mama.
Yeah. This is it's a potassium iodide tablet, and I've got two different forms here. And this is in the little foil packets.
They are for radiation. If you were ever, heaven forbid, in an area that might be having some kind of a radiation problem, you're going to want these because otherwise you're going to get sick fast.
Yes, yeah. And then we've got it in the bottle form, and I have not opened these, and
we're not gonna.
Sorry.
But they're cheap. They're not that expensive. A little bottle like that.
Yeah, this has 60 tablets in it, and the directions say adults take 1 tablet a day for 3 to 14 days, and children 3 to 12 take a half a tablet for 3 days or longer.
Well, and the thing is this, guys, this might seem a little extreme for the average everyday, hey, I just want to have some food on the shelf kind of prepper. But the reality is, look around the world. Fukushima happened.
Yeah.
It happened, and we are still being affected today by it. I mean, it seems like the government kept trying to change what happened with the story, and now we're all of a sudden seeing all these fish that have got radiation in it. And I don't know if you guys remember, but shortly after Fukushima happened, the government, our federal government, changed the legal limits of the radiation poisoning in your food.
That was acceptable, yeah.
So instead of them going, hey, don't eat this fish that's coming from over there, they just changed the level from here to up here. So it's a reality that, you know, if something happened, I mean, think about all the, holy smokes, how many nuclear weapons are there in the world?
Too many.
Tens of thousands?
Too many to count.
And all it takes is one mistake. Just a mistake, not even anything intentional. And poof, in your area, you're going to have a radiation problem. Why not spend a few bucks and just have it on the shelf for what if?
Yeah.
So next item that we keep with us, Mama.
White smoke candles.
Do tell.
I don't know how to use those. That's your job.
This is basically to signal people. It sends up a white plume of smoke. And if you were in a situation where you're an emergency, let's say you're out hiking, you hurt yourself, to have one of these on hand after you've been laying there a couple days and people are looking for you, you'd probably want to be able to signal, hey, I'm over here.
Well, I hope you wouldn't wait a couple of days to send one of those out.
That's true. But they might not be looking for you right away.
Well, if you don't return, I suppose, by evening, then...
No, it's not like you and me, baby. I can't be without you for more than 15 minutes.
No kidding. I drive the babies home, and he calls me halfway. Are you home yet? When are you going to be home?
What are you talking about?
Every day.
Okay, let's go a little bit deep here. Getting a little thick here. I got to get my waders on. Now, one other thing that we keep in our Bugout bag that will come back in this video later is dun dun dun.
It's really important.
Oh, the king of convenience. You don't want to be out there sampling from the greenery around you to clean your parts, now do you? You don't know what you could be getting into.
Especially if you don't know what poison ivy looks like.
Brothers and sisters, you want to have some of the old mighty TP.
Yeah, definitely.
You don't want to be finding out later that you didn't know what poison ivy was.
It's a bad rash.
Okay, next up, we've got a demo for you. We've got this Coughlins fire starters, and they're kind of intriguing because you get 20 of them. I picked these up at Walmart for $2, okay? So the cool thing is it just shows you break it off, and there's a striker on the actual side of the box, and the igniter is on the actual thing. So we're gonna go ahead and give this a go. We got a little tin foil so we don't mess up the...
Here's how they come. Isn't that
neat.
Cool? Yep.
Now it says they claim that it's going to work, that it's going to burn for 7 minutes, so we're going to put them to the test right now.
If I can get it apart.
Okay, here, I'll take the big part. There we go. Move this out of the way.
All right, so here we go.
See how easy it is?
Oh my, look at
Ooh,
that.
it is going. Look, that is a serious flame. All right, so start your clock, Mama. So we're going to leave that going on top of the toilet paper. That could not possibly go wrong in any way.
No, it's metal. On top of the paper. Can I have
So you can see it.
Yeah.
Now, it lit up really, really easy. Like I said, we got this box for $2. And if it really does work for 7 minutes, this would be enough to get pretty much any fire going.
Yeah, definitely.
Now, one thing I would say that I am sad about, I would have liked, is if they had made them fire or waterproof.
Waterproof, and having the striker on the box. This is going to get, if you keep it in your bag, it's going to get roughed up. It's going to get roughed up, and then you won't have a place to
strike it on. I mean, you could figure something out in a pickle, but ooh,
it's nice and warm.
So we're going to just go on to it's giveaway time.
Oh yes, it's giveaway.
Giveaway time. I know that a lot of you guys are aware that we have decided that the long-term storable food solution for us is Thrive Life. This stuff
is tasty.
It's the jam. But we have not tried out this. What is this we've got today?
Chili lime chicken rice.
So we're actually going to try this out today. And even though we do sell it, there's a link down below. I will tell you the truth, because if it's bad, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
But also, we wanted to give away a bag of this. So here's the question we have. Wait a minute. What was the question we have? Hold on. Be right back. All right, it's not a question at all, but as you can see, this fire thing is going kind of crazy and is giving off a lot of black smoke. So we're going to keep the timer going, but we're going to take it outside. So I'll be right back, and then we'll talk about the giveaway so we don't burn the house.
Or smoke it up. So our question is not a question at all. It's a
request.
Yes, a request. If you could check out our Thrive Life webpage down below and just check it out. Look around, look at the ingredients of the items, which, I mean, this has more ingredients in it because it is an actual meal. But when you get the strawberries, it's just strawberries. The mushrooms, just mushrooms, which we absolutely love that about Thrive Life.
No more cutting onions.
No more cutting onions, no more chopping, no more of this. You're using exactly the right amount. There's no waste. You're putting exactly what you want into this meal, and that's it.
So all you got to do to be qualified for a giveaway, which will send you a delightful meal, just go and look around.
Yep.
Go to the Thrive Life, our link down below, and then come back to this page and in the comments section say, I checked it out.
Yep.
We trust that you would not lie to us.
Right.
So if you put, hey, I checked it out, you don't have to like it or not. We just want you to go take a look.
Yep.
But if you say, hey, I checked it out, then that will qualify you, and we will do a random from those folks giveaway on our next Sunday Night Live.
Yep.
So check it out. Put it in the comments. We trust you. We're going to cook this up right now. All it says for us to do is this whole big thing of rice and chicken and awesomeness, 3.5 cups of water to boil. You whisk it in, you let it sit. So I'm going to go ahead and get that prepped up, and then we're going to talk about some different ways that you can actually make money getting prepped.
Yeah.
And we're prepping on a dime. So be right back. Okay, while our Thrive rice and chicken and awesomeness is cooking, wanted to bring our fire back inside because Mom will show them.
7 minutes.
It really did go 7 minutes. It looks like it's getting ready to go out, but their claim is truthful. So $2 for 20 of those, I'd say that's a win.
Yep, definitely. Prepping on a dime. You don't have to spend a lot to get your essentials together.
Yeah, well, you can if you've just got money bags and you're like, poof, and that's cool, but for most of us...
Right, we can't shell out, large quantities of cash at one time.
So we wanted to share with you a few of the ways that we figured out that are not very costly or might even be free in some cases of prepping on a dime. So first things first, let's talk about the dollar store. The
Dollar Tree, actually, is a seriously awesome store. It is, everything in the store is $1 or less. Actually, I've seen a lot of things that are less than $1, like greeting cards, which that has nothing to do with what we're talking about right now. But
it's not an ad for the Dollar Tree.
No, it is not. However, we love the dollar store. This mug, this came from the dollar store. Awesome.
Okay, but stuff that you can get from there that is $1 or less that are awesome things.
Right.
Food items.
Right. Dried beans, dried rice. Those are fantastic ways. And it's a pound. It's an actual pound of rice and a pound of beans that you can get for $1. At Kroger, I think it's $1.40 or more.
Right. But be careful, because there's a reason why those companies are in business. They sell a lot of stuff that's not worth $1. Right. For $1. Right. So be aware of what the going prices of things are. But like she said, the rice and the beans, that's really, really great. Other stuff that they medical things. All kinds of Band-Aids, antibiotic creams, hydrocortisone creams, diaper cream. I mean, that if you have a baby, that is going to be an essential thing to keep with you. Hydrogen peroxide, alcohol, witch hazel, aspirin, vitamins and supplements. Those are huge things that you need to keep aside and keep on hand. Also stuff like we've talked in the past about feminine products that not only can they be used as feminine products, but they're sterile. So if you had a larger wound, you could use a feminine product to take care of the business. Of the wound. Oh, that too. Right. The female things. Right. The parts and the stuff.
Top. The Dollar Tree also does have toilet paper, toothbrushes, and toothpaste. Things that you can just, okay, it's not the greatest toothbrush, but it'll brush your teeth in a pinch.
Well, and it'll clean a lot of things and do a lot of things that a toothbrush is not necessarily intended to.
Right.
But just be aware of what the going prices are, because like I said, sometimes they're not the greatest, but sometimes you score. But also, what else we got on here, Mo? We got a list.
I read them all.
You read them all? Oh, no, we forgot about this. Now, here's another thing, guys. If there was a Teotihuacan, the end of the world as we know it, Teotihuacan. That's what they said. The end of the world as we know it. It's the end of this world.
That's funny.
You know, everybody's going to be out there with their guns and their silver and their food preps. But I challenge you, the person with this item will rule the wasteland.
The person with
wasteland.
Person with toilet paper.
You're going to be everybody's friend.
That's right.
Well, and I know it's a silly thing, and we're being a little tongue in cheek, but this is one of those conveniences that if you could spend $1 or $2 every once in a while, just a couple extra, put them away.
Yeah.
If you couldn't get this, life's gonna stink. And I don't mean you will rule the wasteland. Get it? So if you can get, even it's cheap TP, but here's one thing that you have to do. If you're gonna store it, make sure you put it in a container that rodents cannot get in.
Get a plastic storage container that has a tight fitting lid. Otherwise,
because they will make nests in it, and it's useless.
They're gonna ruin it. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. And we've actually had that happen. We had at one point we had a Bugout location, and we didn't have it sealed up properly, and lo and behold, we had to throw a bunch of stuff away because they got in there and peed and made a mess.
Oh, it's gross.
And so yucky. Yeah. But anyway, TP, excellent.
Yeah.
Now I want to move on to some. Well, it's basically a way that you can get started in prepping pretty much for free. One of the main goals, like whenever there's a situation, the initial stuff, you don't want to, you want to try to stay away from as many people as you can. When the initial stuff is going down, just stay away. But when society or the area you're in starts to kind of rebuild, there are going to be issues with how do you deal with stuff? Barter.
Financial, yeah.
Money. How do you go, well, he's got eggs and I need eggs, but I don't have anything he wants.
Right.
Money. Basic stuff. And Tommy over at the Off Grid Nation channel, he's got lots of videos on the importance of silver, the importance of precious metals, and I agree with him 100% on it. But we're generally not a family that has a lot of money to invest in stuff like that. However, there are some really awesome ways that you can get some silver either very cheap or free. And I'm going to tell you about, let's talk about the garage sale route.
Okay. Garage sales, yard sales, estate sales, rummage sales, any kind of secondhand items. We found this silver ice bucket for $8.
Probably worth $100.
Yes.
In silver. So all of those things, look for the spoons, look for the forks, and it should be labeled right on there. And it doesn't really matter if it's all gruffed up, because what you'd be doing is either selling it by weight or melting it down. And now this is the really cool one that I wanted to share with you guys. And there are videos out there on how to do this, but you can basically go through your pocket change, and every once in a while you can score and get 90% silver.
Out of quarters and dimes that are pre-1965.
Yes. So bottom line is this: if you got a jug of change that you've been hanging around for a long time, chances are you could have several $100s in actual silver in there.
That's right.
Now, this is a really cool trick. It's not a trick, it's just a thing you do. If you got 20 bucks, let's just say you've got 20 bucks. Take that 20 bucks to the bank and ask for $20 in dimes.
Or quarters.
And then all you do is you sift through them, and then if you get lucky, which happens a lot, you might get 2 or 3 dimes that are not worth 10 cents because the actual weight of the metal is worth about $1.50.
Yep.
So you pull out what you got. So let's say that you just made a bunch of money on nothing.
Yeah, that's right.
You take those dimes back to the bank, and you say, "Can I get some more?"
Right.
Or I want quarters. And so, bottom line is, you keep doing that, and you're going to end up with a bunch of quarters that are 90% silver and a bunch of dimes that are 90% silver.
Yep. You just got to check for the ones that are pre-1965, and they will be 90% silver.
And the thing is this, that there are people that are doing this out there, so it's getting to be more rare, but it happens all the time.
Yeah.
The last time we did it, I think we got $20 in dimes, and we ended up with 4 dimes that were good.
Yeah.
But who cares?
Right. Right.
Because you're not actually spending any money.
You made $6 right there.
Just for going ching, 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 done.
Yeah.
And do not underestimate the value of barter when or if people won't accept dollars.
Right. It's a fun thing for the kids to do too.
Because they're like, look, I found one.
I found one, yeah. And they love looking through the coins and checking the dates. At least our kids do.
So we're going to go ahead and be, I think, finished up with Prepper Monday today.
Yep.
We got some cool stuff planned for next week. Don't forget about going and checking out the link
Thrive
down below.
Life and leave a comment to let us know that you actually did. And we'll do that drawing on Sunday night.
All right. So I'm Brad.
I'm Krista.
You guys have an amazing day.